So I think by reading Dostoevsky's books, it's better to have a understanding of his whole life, right? At least a few big events that had happened in his life. And this is the video that I've prepared to point out those events through his life. Very general, but I think for those new readers, it's gonna be very helpful. So Dostoevsky lived a 60 years of life. He was born in 11th of November 1821 and died on 9th of February 1881. In his early age, he read many books. Uh, First of all, I think his family, when he was a kid, uh, was regarded as middle-class family. So he had this opportunity to read some books, even in his teenage life. He read some books from Western countries, from what books outside of Russia. So in his teenage life, he suffered a lot misfortune. First of all, he lost his mom when he was 16, and 2 years later, he lost his dad. Uh, and his mom was dead because of the illness of tuberculosis, and his dad was dead because of murder by his serf, by his serf, uh, and those two preliminary misfortune events it was quite shock to anyone who's lo- who's losing their parents in such short period of time. And just I think a year just before his mom was dead, he studied in the military engineering institute, and uh, he wasn't that fond of this studying. He was he was intrigued by literature, reading books and writing books. But nonetheless, to say he studied at the military engineering institute and graduated from the school. And when he was 24, he wrote a book called Provoke. Provoke, and because of this book, he gained himself some social status, and he was surrounded by St. Petersburg's intellectual circle, uh, and uh, and also because of this book, he joined by the group which is created by the person Petlashevsk, and this group was mainly uh, given some critics of current politics situation. Uh, Before I talk about the group Patrashevsk, that during that time the political environment in Russia was intense, and the uh, King Tassar was very cautious about the revolutionary uh, group underground of Moscow. So he joined this group, Shevsky, and because this group review some banned books, forbidden books, and those books are mainly were mainly talking about revolutionary ideas, also uh, some frontier socialism, the political structure uh, that 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 are that were imported by the Western countries from France and other Western countries, and because of this, uh, they were arrested and uh, and sentenced to death. That was when he was 28 years old. Uh, so when he was when he was arrested on 23rd of April 1849, there was about 4 months period of discussing how the government was going to deal with this group, but eventually they decided to sentence them to death. So on 23rd of December 1849, a fire squad uh, was waiting uh, for the group of Dostoevsky at St. Petersburg. So just at the moment when they were waiting for the execution, so a cart arrived and declared their sentence was commuted to hard labor in Siberia. So, and this death experience of Dostoevsky uh, is also mentioned in his novel *The Idiot*, which is described by the character of Prince Mishkin in this book. So he served in Siberia for 5 years and released in 14th of February 1854. So after his release, he went back to St. Petersburg, got some teaching jobs, and after a while he had associated with the upper class society. I got to know his first wife, Maria uh, Dmitrievna Isavna, and they were married on 7th of February 1857. That that was a time when he was 36 years old. But the marriage wasn't happy. It was described by his wife Maria because mainly because of frequent seizures from Dostoevsky, also the financial situation, uh, their destitute financial situation. But nonetheless, to say they both still have a deep attachment towards each other, regardless of uh, his illness and poor financial situation. But anyway, the marriage wasn't happy as described. So till Maria died in 1864, that was when Dostoevsky was 43 years old. So he met his second wife, Anna Grigorievna Snitkina. That was when he was writing the book *The Gambler*, the book which is describing his addiction of gamble. And he promised his editor that to finish this book within the deadline. But with time passing, he hadn't started it yet because of the short time limit. His friend suggested him to hire a secretary as a stenographer to assist his book. So that is when he met his second wife, Anna. So they were married on 15th of February 1867. That was when Dostoevsky was 46 years old. And his death on 6th of February 1881. So between his second marriage and his death, as I've read his biography, there are a whole lot of things happened during this period, but because I haven't prepared those part enough, so I'll just leave it for this video. And if I get some time in the future, I'll prepare for this part and make another video about it. So he died on 6th of February 1881 because of the illness. The illness is caused by pulmonary hemorrhage. There was a occurrence that during his before the first, because the pulmonary hemorrhage was the third occurrence, which is also the last one caused his death. But the first one in the last few days of his life is written that the Tsar executed someone who's near his house, who's neighbor of his house. Someone says because of this event that caused to cost his illness. But someone says, but his wife Anna said it's not because of it. It's because of other reasons. And he died on 6th of February 1881. So he lived a 60 years of life. Yeah, I hope those key events, key points of his life are helpful for your reading of his books. Till next time.